My mom asked me one thing. Why is it that your art is in this depressed manner? Why is it not happy? Why are all your drawings and characters always either crying, bleeding, feeling heartbroken, or any negative emotion? And this is not just me. He said, your older cousin, he also does art and he does the same thing. Your favorite animation YouTuber, okay, one of your favorite animation YouTubers, Jaden Animations. Why is her latest video sort of giving off these slowly unhappy vibes, like these internally bleeding vibes? And I'm not just saying this for me or any other YouTuber. Mainly art YouTubers have this vibe. And she asked me this question, and my response was, well, I said nothing because I'm an introvert. But deep down, there's this response we all have inside. This response pretty much every artist has, which makes the art 10 times better, but also feels damaging. And it gives off these depressed vibes. Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't really know the thing of artists being in this dark phase of their lives or this unhappy phase. But as I speak for myself, I know what causes mine. These dark phases, these dark emotions. And the truth is, everything that happens to us in life, the things that happen to me, the way people talk to me, the way people say stuff to me, everything, people, mainly people. As an introvert and pretty much an overthinker, and a person who might have ADHD, I do not know, but that might be something. But also, mainly as a person who is an introvert and an overthinker, I tend to think about a lot of things. One of those being when someone, let's say for example, you are talking to me and we are having a normal conversation, and you mention something deep and you use it against me, or you say something mistakenly, but in a more, what's the word? In a more deeper way, like in a way that you know for a fact you've been thinking about this, but you didn't mean to say it. In all honesty, I'd say we're all pretty much depressed in our own ways. I mean, I speak for myself, but you know deep down what you're thinking, how you think, the things your heart feels. We all know deep down we're not fully happy. And I speak mainly for myself because I don't want to stand here and say stuff for other people when I know deep down all of us have different ways of feeling things. But yeah, life. Guess that's what artists do. We project our own feelings and hearts onto paper. For some people, they'd say, simple, just get a diary. Pretty simple, pretty simple. Get a diary, write your own feelings and thoughts, and everything will be okay. But again, diaries are pretty much just you writing your stories, the emotions, the tone of your story, and we just prefer pictures. Because honestly, words are boring sometimes, right? Yeah, so that's pretty much my intake on this because I can say confidently that I prefer writing stuff like stories, movies, stuff like that, films. If you saw me draw someone smiling, just know I genuinely feel peace and calm that day, which is rare, but it does happen. But besides that, I wouldn't draw someone smiling and happy and giggling when I know deep down my heart is aching. Look, I won't say I'm always bleeding because, quite frankly, I'm not. I just think about a lot of things, and that might be my biggest problem. We draw what we believe is true. We draw the world the way we see it. If I see the world as this corrupt, dark place, I'm gonna draw it that way. And you can't blame me, you caused it. Because the truth is, people want you to apologize for the monster you are, but they never apologize for creating that monster. People are the reason you act in certain ways. Sometimes it's you. Someone would say, deep down, all artists are broken. And I would lie, that's sort of true, but not 100% because some artists are genuinely happy, which is rare, but we try our best to let out our emotions rather than keeping them in. Basically, I can just say serial killers, for example. I can't blame them. Okay, it's not justified that they kill people, but it is justified that I know deep down they're hurting for one reason or the other. Some are struggling to feed their families. Some are struggling to do something else. Some are struggling to just live by, to survive. And they do what the world taught them to do, fight for what they believe is theirs. They want food, they want money, they want to survive. So they do what the world leads them to do. And we end up believing that they were bad people from the beginning. But artists, they're just as bad as them. We let out our emotions, right? We just don't do it in a violent way. We let out our emotions in a more calm, relaxed way. But that way sometimes doesn't work. It just leaves this dark feeling inside of our hearts. And I don't know if maybe I'll be able to deal with this one day, but for now, I really can't. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I guess that's what being an artist is about. Growing internally, becoming self-aware, seeing yourself from a different perspective, just spewing out your anger, your feelings, your darkness, everything in you on paper. I'm a Christian, and quite frankly, I love being this way. I genuinely love God. Like, I love God so much. And I guess that's my way of releasing pain. Just talking to someone, praying, talking to God, doing something that is bringing me closer to my faith, to God. But for other artists, I don't know. So, yeah, that's my view on this. So when you see an artist, just know, even though you can say, "Oh, I wish I was you, your art is so amazing," just know deep down, you're lying. What you're saying is you want the pain they're going through, you want the suffering, you want the anger, and you know deep down that's not what you want. You just want to be able to draw that stuff. You don't want to experience what they're experiencing. So, my intake on this is never want to be someone else. If you want to be good at art, or be a good artist, just be more emotional. That's all I can say, because that's all we can say as artists. Art is just showing your emotion. We just learn to show it more, to express it more, be more expressive. Being more expressive is just getting better at art. You're just getting better at visualizing your art. What's in here is what you put on page. So the more you get better at expressing yourself, the more you get better at art. So maybe my next video will be more happy, more vibey, the usual vibe, but for now, that's all I can say. See you guys in the next video. Ready out.